欢迎大家来到羊兄咖啡店，就让我来带大家一起去聊时事吧。Hello， 大家好，欢迎大家又回到了羊兄羊茶啦。对啦，这次羊兄真的非常有幸，请到了一位外交部同仁以前跟羊兄呢服务过，在本南的 Fellow 的一位好朋友，就是 Nazura。
嗨，大家好，我是 Nazura。
哇，Nazura 是在外交部服务啊。刚刚我在跟他聊天的时候，他还在处理这外交部的事务，就包括最近的亚盟 ASEAN Summit 啊，哇，所以你星期天都要做工，真是辛苦他了，还要接受我的采访，真的是 Thank you。For accepting the interview, Nazura.
Thank you.
Right. So, just now you were talking about you were still working on the ASEAN Summit, right, for the Malaysian government. So, could you just share with us about what is ASEAN Summit? In like and what is it? What is it about?
Yeah, for ASEAN Summit, so I think ASEAN, about the 10 countries of ASEAN.
Yes.
So every year we have this ASEAN chairmanship, which is rotating among the ASEAN member states. For this year, it's the chairman for ASEAN 2023 is Indonesia.
Oh, Indonesia.
Yeah, with the theme of ASEAN Matters, epicenter of growth.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
So for this year, Indonesia as the chairman for ASEAN 2023.
Okay.
They focuses on ASEAN together, facing the regional and global challenges, while maintaining regional strength on becoming the global driver for economic growth.
Oh, okay. What do you mean by global driver for economic growth?
So we are currently promoting about digital economy, blue economy. So because of COVID-19, moving forward, ASEAN has to come together, and we have to have a stronger economy so that we can, become a stronger in that sense.
Right. So what is Malaysia's role in it, like specifically?
Well, for ASEAN itself, Malaysia is like for the founding members of ASEAN. So of course, ASEAN is very significant for Malaysia.
Right.
So it's been a cornerstone for Malaysia foreign policy.
Right.
So in ASEAN itself, like we have this ASEAN Community Vision 2045, which is a long-term plan for ASEAN in a region for us to be peaceful, stable, and prosperous. And for the community by 2045.
Okay.
So Malaysia, the role is as a permanent shepherd for the high-level task force for the ASEAN community post 2025. So we play instrumental role in steering the development of the vision, which will be adopted during Malaysia chairmanship in 2025.
Also means that 2 years from now we are going to become the chairman for the ASEAN Summit as well.
Yes.
That's great to hear. So, but out of all the things, why do you think ASEAN is important to Malaysia?
As I mentioned, Malaysia is like one of the founding members of ASEAN.
Yes.
So of course, it's a strategic importance of Malaysia. It has always been the cornerstone of Malaysia foreign policy. Well, ASEAN, I would say, like it share a unique bond among each other. It's like comparable to siblings.
Oh, siblings.
Yeah, so like siblings, ASEAN countries have differences. We have difficulties, conflicts, disagreement, but we are able to resolve them through dialogue, through cooperation. But we work together to find peaceful solution for all the disagreement. So when you're in trouble, as you know, who you look for help?
Maybe I talk to my close friends or my neighbors, I suppose.
Yes, your neighbors, right? So we are in the region who are our neighbors? The ASEAN countries, right?
Singapore, I suppose.
Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, that's a close Brunei. So those are ASEAN countries. So we tend to turn to the people that close to us for help, our family, friends, or neighbors. It is much more important when we are facing like challenges. Like for instance, recently we are faced by COVID-19 challenges.
Right.
So we ASEAN countries, we work together and face through the challenges together. So we have to work together to face the regional and global challenges for the prosperity and the stability and security of the region. Of course, like pepatah Melayu, bulat air kerana pembentung, bulat manusia kerana pemafakan. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and as Malaysia is gearing towards the ASEAN Chairmanship 2035, as I mentioned, our focus is to ensure that
everyone works together.
Yeah, we work
as
together.
Siblings, as brothers, as sisters, as you want to say.
For a successful hosting of ASEAN 2025. Yes.
That sounds like a noble goal, man.
Yeah, it is.
So, but I know that you have been working on this ASEAN Summit for quite some time. Can you just share with our audience about what's your role? What kind of jobs you do as for this summit especially?
Okay, for the ministry, like for now, I'm being tasked as a ASEAN Malaysia National Secretariat.
Oh, okay.
So for the summit,
important.
ASEAN is important, cornerstone of our foreign policy, right?
Yes, yes.
So for the 43rd ASEAN Summit, my division's role is we have to do the logistical arrangement and substantial arrangement. So for logistical, we have to ensure like all the logistic arrangements are perfect, like from when they are from in Malaysia, landed in Jakarta and going back to Malaysia.
The delegation.
So the delegations, yes. The preparation has to be perfect.
What kind of preparations? Like any specific things that you can share with our audience?
Well, logistic is like typical, like flights, hotel, like the movement of the delegations, registration, those things. On top of that, on substantive matters, we also do negotiation. That's the important part.
Negotiation.
We do negotiation for the chairman statements, common statements. Like there are so many statements. I think there are 91 outcome documents for ASEAN Summit this year.
For this summit?
Yes, for this summit.
So you're working on all of them?
Well, it's not me. It's like my team and all other agencies and ministries in Malaysia. So we work together. That is the important part when we have this kind of like task where we have to work together. As Malaysia. So it's not only Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but we involve Ministry of Home Affairs, other ministries as well, like Natural Resources Ministry. So we have to work together to craft our national statement. On top of that, what I did is I prepared the brief and speaking note together with my team. So it's very important for us to craft a good speech and a speaking note for our leaders. And it has to be tactful and diplomatic. So I mean, like we have to be able to communicate effectively and respectfully for others when discussing especially sensitive topics like South China Seas or other difficult topics, right? So I mean, one wrong word will cause us fortune, right? So we have our national position, which might be different with other country, but it is important for us to how we put forth our position diplomatically and tactfully. So when we prepare the brief and speaking note, it has to be extra careful. Wow.
Sounds like a Herculean sounds like a very tough job.
Well, you have to because it's for your country. Working for the country.
So you know that you have been having this conception saying that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs looks like a mysterious presence in the eyes of the public, right? So could you just, coming from someone working inside the ministry, could you just share with us about what kind of things that the ministry do for our country?
Well, of course, I heard that a lot. So I mean, but we are normal people. So what we did is we uphold the Malaysia's national interests. Although we safeguard the national interest, we could say we are working in a lot of portfolio. Like we have that bilateral engagement, multilateral, ASEAN. We also have management services. We have protocol and consular. So we also have missions abroad to help Malaysians abroad when they have any problems abroad.
Like the mission to the United Nations?
Yes, we do also have mission to United Nations and PTM ASEAN. You yourself, you can share more because you were interning at one of the United Nations office in Geneva. So maybe you can share with your viewers like your experience while doing the UNHCR.
Yeah, sounds like one day I will do a video just to share about my experience about my work at the Malaysian mission in Geneva too. Right. So let's talk about the foreign policy priority of Malaysia. Could you just share with us what are our priorities when it comes to foreign affairs policy on the global stage?
Of course, when we talk about Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we're talking about foreign relations, international relations. We have to deal with Malaysia international relations with respect to political, economy, socio-cultural, security, a lot of it. And we also, for Ministry of Foreign Affairs, of course, we develop foreign policies, advise the government on how to handle international affairs. Of course, the important role, as I mentioned a lot, upholding our national interests, especially Malaysia's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and national interests. Among others.
Right. So these are your priorities, right? Would you share a bit more specific about what kind of our foreign policy things that you can share with our audience about on the global stage? Specific examples.
Okay, I could say like as we are currently preparing for ASEAN Chairmanship 2025, that is one of our priority. Like we have already started. Although it's 2023, we have already started our preparation for ASEAN Chairmanship 2025.
Okay.
Also, among others, our position with respect to nuclear proliferation. Well, those are the priorities for Malaysia, South China Sea position. Of course, I am in no position to talk about that because I am not representing my ministry. I'm talking on my own capacity. So yeah.
Right. So could you, it sounds like Ministry of Foreign Affairs requires a lot of talents and qualification perhaps. So could you just share with us about, how do you get into Ministry of Foreign Affairs and through what path, do you get to join this prestigious service?
Well, it's normal. I know there are a lot of people who they really want to be a diplomat, So the first step is to apply to be the PTD, like this PTD service. Pegawai Takbir and Diplomatic.
Alright.
So you have to go through this 1 whole year of training. After you finish the training, then you'll be assigned to what ministries. But during the training, they will have like an interview, a recruitment process for them to recruit people for Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So they have several stages, like you have to do interviews, write an essays. So, and then when you get...
Do you need to learn a foreign language in your course?
Well, that would be a bonus, but that's not really compulsory.
Right.
You can learn along the way. Like for instance, for my case, I just finished like French course.
French course?
Comment ça va?
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Like knowing other languages would be a bonus, but it shouldn't stop you from applying because there are a lot of opportunities down the line. So like you can pick up any other languages when you go for postings as well. So yeah.
So do you have any other path of joining the foreign affairs, foreign service?
Well, to be a diplomat and joining the foreign service, to be a diplomat, that is the only way. You have to be a PTD.
Must be a PTD officer.
A PTD officer for you to be
so
diplomat.
So have to pass all the examination, the interviews and the written tasks, right?
Yeah, when you being placed in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you have to attend this diploma in diplomacy course.
Oh, okay.
For you to be posted abroad. Okay. But then to join the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you can join like through our agency like IDFR, Siasat. So even the ministry also, we can join as one of the officers and stuff. But to be a diplomat, the only way is to be a PTD.
Right.
It's not hard. It's okay.
It's not hard. Wow, that sounds like a tough job enough
you
for
can
me.
Do it.
But so would you be assigned abroad in the future, like representing our country in different countries?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. Because I would love to go and see like other culture and how other country conduct their life, like how their country, like how they talk to each other, their culture, how diverse they are. I mean, like Malaysia itself is very unique.
Right.
But when you see like people for instance, in Mexico or in Ecuador, like how different they are from us, Yeah.
So, do you know any specific requirements to be posted abroad? Like, could you just share with our audience about the requirements?
Of course, when you join the ministry, you have to attend the diploma in diplomacy course.
Oh, yes.
You'll be doing like desk work for several years, like at least 3 years or to 5 years before you being posted abroad.
So you are currently in which stage?
I am waiting for my posting. But then like of course ASEAN Chairmanship is around the corner, so
you have to work on this first.
I might be only posted abroad after ASEAN Chairmanship in 2025, which I'm okay. I'm looking forward to.
So you'll be here for another 2 more years.
Yes, I'll be here for unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know.
Right. So moving forward, right, in your career, so what do you hope to achieve or to do in your role as an officer inside the Ministry of Foreign Affairs?
Of course, I would like to be more prominent. Like I want to learn as much as I could and contribute more to the government, to the country, learning the negotiation skills, because I noticed that negotiation skills is very important
when
as a
talk
diplomat.
To different countries,
of course, learning more language.
Learning more languages.
Because I felt like when you do negotiation in their own language, it's more powerful rather than negotiating in English. So
for example, you speak French, for example.
Yeah, French,
So,
German, or Arabic, yeah.
So for you, you just hope to learn like an additional language, to strengthen your position lah when you represent country interests on a global stage.
Yes, of course, and strengthening the knowledge as well and getting more experience.
Right. So what's your hope for Malaysia's future in terms of its foreign policy direction lah?
Okay, for foreign policy direction, of course, Malaysia is a small state. We are not like US or China, But I'm talking, this is of my own perspective. I'm not talking for Ministry of Foreign Affairs or for the government.
Sure.
So I think Malaysia is a small states country. We should tap on the ability to bring major power to table for dialogue and cooperation and demonstrate our convening power. So I mean, that's moving forward. I think amidst the geopolitical challenges that we are facing nowadays.
So does it mean that we hope to bring more different stakeholders to the table and to bring them to peaceful dialogue instead of like confrontational?
Of course, if we can do that, why not? Yeah, if we can do that, why not? Yeah, why hate on each other when we can love each other?
Wow, words of wisdom, man. Kak, so what's your hope for Malaysia in general moving forward?
Well, I hope that we can be more prosperous, stable, and work together. And I would like to debunk actually the myth of only Malays is working for the government. Actually, there are a lot of other races as well. In Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we have people from all over background, like from Sabah, Sarawak, India, Indian, Chinese, Malay. We are all working together. Actually, I hope that everyone can work together for the better of the nation. So regardless of who you are, we are all Malaysian first. Yeah.
Wow, noble words, man. Right. That's also my vision for the country as well. We can all work together, towards achieving a better future for the country and working for our national interests. Right. So thank you so much, Kat, for spending your precious time to talk to me, and once again offer my sense of gratitude to you.
Yes, thank you.
And also 谢谢大家能够收看今天的羊中羊茶啦希望大家能够更加了解马来西亚的外交部还有我们外交政策的方向啦这期的羊中羊茶啦，如果你是喜欢这内容的访谈朋友，请不要吝啬订阅、点赞还有分享出去，因为你们的支持是对我最大的鼓励哦。Once again, thank you.
Thank you，谢谢你们。
谢谢大家，拜拜。